of the biology, IGCSE extended. Okay, so let's go. Let's see. Which characteristics do all organisms show? Is it 1, breathing, B, excretion, C, photosynthesis, D, tropism? All living organisms show it would be breathing, right? Use the binomial naming system. The Arctic fox is named Vulpes lagopus, which row is correct? So I know that all of you make mistakes in this area, so listen carefully. The first name will always be the genus. Second will be the species. So B. What is a characteristic of both insects and arachnids? So yeah, B. They have exoskeleton. What structures can be found in both plant and animal cells? Cell membranes and nuclei. Animal cells. You learned this in 5th grade biology, right? Easy. The actual thickness of a leaf is shown here, but its thickness in the diagram is 50 millimeters. What is the magnification? So, the actual thickness, 50 millimeters, divided by 2000 mu times 10 to the power negative 3 divided by 50, which should give us around 100. C. What is the function of a root hair cell? Absorption. Which row describes osmosis? Energy from respiration used, no, that's active transport. Partial true, yes. B. Student made the following statements about the movement of ions by active transport. Is this the net diffusion? No. That's osmosis. Yes. Cells in living cells. Yes. 2 and 3. From respiration, 2 and 3, but there isn't any 2 and 3. Yes, so C. A test was performed on a food substance. A positive result was shown by a color change to blue black. What solution was used for this test? Benedict solution. So this is for the presence of reducing sugar, and for that we use the Benedict solution. The diagram shows an experiment on the digestion of the protein in egg album by Proteus. The Proteus was taken from it. In which tube will the protein be digested most quickly? Well, over here, Proteus and Proteus. Egg album. See, this is boiled now. This denature enzyme. This will denature the enzymes. Represents the action. What are parts? So W is the enzyme. X is the enzyme, right? B, it's either B or C. Now what is W? The W is the substrate, so C. A student drew a diagram to show the substances used and produced in are used by the cell. Photosynthesis. So photosynthesis uses carbon dioxide and glucose. Photosynthesis uses water and carbon dioxide. So B. In which tissue is the cell found? So since this is the chloroplast and the leaf carries out photosynthesis, it's found in the leaf epidermis. So human health problems. Which problems can be caused by malnutrition? So it's definitely not obesity, definitely not coronary heart disease. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and constipation. What is constipation? constipation occurs due to lack in fiber. So where's 2? 2, 2, 3, 4? No. 2, 1, 2, and 3. A. Chloride infection can cause the following events. Which sequence will cause diarrhea? So first, A, number 2, chloria produces a toxin, right? So this, see, now since we can't memorize all the steps, it will be better to use the MCQ. Anyways, so is the next step 1 or 3? Pause the video and think about this. Okay, done? Okay. So it will be this 3 chloride ions move into the small intestine. Cells lining the secrete chloride ions. The answer is B. Which food group is chemically digested and passes through the stomach and continues to be broken down by chemical digestions in the small intestine? Carbohydrates. When stems with white flowers are cut and placed in a blue stem, the petals turn blue. What stem travel through to reach the petals? It's the epidermis. Guys, remember that through the epidermis, like water can pass through. Which process releases water vapor into the atmosphere from the leaves of trees? It's transpiration. Mammals have what to show the correct sequence in a mammal? Heart or body? So it's either B or C. First, it's the lungs. B. Okay, the antibodies that give immunity to a disease can be acquired in the following different ways. Which gives active immunity? So feeding on breast milk gives passive immunity. Infection by disease, vaccination, yes, 2 and 3. To increase the breathing rate, increased concentration in the lungs. Kidney and its blood vessel in a healthy person, which structure supports glucose? It's the B, ureter. Which changes occur to cause inspiration? So remember that during inspiration, the diaphragms go from relaxed to contract. Intercostal muscles contract, and the external intercostal muscles relax. So X, Q, and C. X, Q, and C. No, sorry. It's X, R, and C. X, R, and Z. Anyways. Unfortunately, guys, I cannot solve this. Sorry. Do look it up at the mark scheme and let me know the answer. How many molecules of ethanol are released from the anaerobic rate of 1 molecule of glucose? It is 4. Where are vesicles found? Found in B. Which row shows the state of the ciliary muscles when the eye is focusing on a near object? Ciliary muscles contract and the slack. A. Shoot going towards light. What statement about the role of oxygen is correct? Will move to the dark side? No. Oxygen will move and cause the cells to elongate. This number 32. We're gonna do until 32 and be done here today. Which statement is correct about lymphocytes? Lymphocytes engulf pathogens D. Lymphocytes transport oxygen to this. No. Produce antigens. No. Engulf pathogens. Releases energy. It's C. Some suggested actions for reducing the development of antibiotic resistance are listed. Which suggestions are correct? Antibiotics when necessary. Treat viral infection. All three. 1, 2, 3. The statement describes how a protein is made. What is the order of statements that correctly describes how a protein is made? So 2, 2, 3. It's either A or C, right? So let's see. mRNA molecules carry a copy to a cytoplasm. mRNA passes through a ribosome. Okay, gene coding is copied in the nucleus. C. Okay, guys, we're done for the day. Do let me know if I get anything wrong, and of course, the one I couldn't do,